Welcome back to The Financial Architect, the place where we design a better financial future. We're glad to have you with us today. Let's dive into today's topic.
Today we're going to get into something a bit strange. It's this question of why people who earn more money still can't seem to save it.
Right, and we're not talking about, buying a house or big investments. We're talking about why it's so hard to just build a safety net.
Exactly. And the common idea is that there's an income ceiling, a limit to what you can earn.
I've definitely heard that. The idea that there's only so much money out there for you.
But we think the real problem is the other way around. It's not an income ceiling, it's an income floor.
An income floor. Okay,
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
It's that amount of money your savings account always seems to end up at.
Oh, wow.
No matter what you do, no matter how big your bonus was,
Yeah.
at the end of the year, you look, and it's that same old number. Maybe it's $2,000, maybe $500.
It's like you take 2 steps forward and then boom, something happens and you're right back where you started.
That's the feeling. And the reason why is, well, it's all about a thermostat.
A thermostat, like the one on my wall, how does that connect to money?
Think about it. You set a thermostat in your house to, say, 70 degrees. That's the comfort zone.
Okay.
If the house gets too cold, the heat kicks on. If it gets too hot,
The air conditioning turns on to cool it back down?
exactly. Your brain does the same thing with money. It has a temperature setting, a comfort zone for how much money you should have. Let's say it's $2,000.
So my brain feels safe and normal when I have $2,000 in the bank.
Perfect. Now, what happens when you get a big bonus, a heat
Uh-huh.
wave? Suddenly you have $10,000, the temperature just shot up.
My thinking mind is celebrating. I'm rich.
But your brain's automatic pilot, the subconscious, is panicking. It's screaming, "This is unsafe. It's too hot in here."
Wait, what does that mean? What is the subconscious?
In simple words, that means the automatic pilot of your brain. It makes 95% of your decisions without you knowing.
Wow, 95%. Okay. So this automatic pilot sees more money as a threat?
A threat to stability.
Yeah.
It wants to get back to that comfortable 70 degrees, that safe $2,000. So it turns on the air conditioning.
And the AC in this case is what?
It's all the bad luck that suddenly happens.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
car breaks down. A friend suddenly needs to borrow a lot of money and, they never pay you back. You go on a huge shopping spree you didn't plan.
All these things that just make the money disappear.
Yes. The only goal is to get your bank account back down to that safe level, back to $2,000. The brain has cooled the room down.
So this is why it feels like we're sabotaging ourselves, because we kind of are.
We are. There are a couple of big ideas for this. One is called self-sabotage.
Okay. Can you explain that?
In simple words, that means destroying your own success to stay in your comfort zone.
You get rid of the money because having it feels scarier than being broke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that uncomfortable feeling has a name too. It's called cognitive dissonance.
Cognitive dissonance. That sounds complicated. What does that mean?
In simple words, that means the uncomfortable feeling you get when you're reality. So having a lot of money does not match your beliefs.
And the belief is?
The belief is, I am a person who only has $2,000. When you have $10,000, your brain feels like a liar. It needs to fix that.
So it gets rid of the money to make the reality match the belief again. That's kind of incredible.
It is. Let's talk about a story someone will call Jack. It makes it really clear.
Okay, let's hear about Jack.
So Jack is a graphic designer. He works hard, but his bank account is always, and I mean always, around $500.
That's his thermostat setting, his financial floor.
You got it. That's his 70 degrees. Then one day, he lands a huge client. He gets a bonus check for $5,000.
Wow. 10 times his normal amount.
Yep. He is so happy. But on day one, he feels anxious, a little stressed. He can't figure out why.
It's his subconscious, right? The thermostat is blaring too hot.
Exactly. The AC is starting to hum. So on day 3, he decides to celebrate. He takes himself to a super fancy dinner, spends $400.
Which is way more than he would ever normally spend.
Way more. He tells himself, I deserve it. But really, it's his brain trying to lower the temperature just a little bit.
Okay, so he spent some of it, but there's still a lot left.
A lot left. So the brain needs a bigger plan. A few days later, on day 7, Jack starts hearing a weird noise from his car's engine.
Uh-oh.
Normally, Jack would panic. He can't afford a big car repair. But this time is different.
Because he can't afford it.
Right. But his subconscious doesn't want to afford it. He wants the car to break in a big, expensive way. So brain tells him, it's probably nothing, I'm too busy.
So he just ignores it on purpose, but without realizing it.
He ignores a problem that would be a cheap fix now, so it can become a catastrophe later.
And then the catastrophe happens.
Of course. The engine completely dies. The mechanic says he needs a whole new engine. The cost? $4,500.
Oh my gosh, that's almost the entire bonus.
Almost all of it. So Jack pays the bill, and when he checks his bank account, he has about $100 left.
He's right back at his floor. Below it, even.
Right back to where his brain feels safe.
Yeah.
And Jack just thinks, wow, what terrible luck I have. He never connects the dots.
He doesn't see that he ignored the problem just so the money would have a place to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
His brain successfully protected his identity as a guy who has about $500.
That story is... It's a little scary because it feels so real, and it happens in tiny ways too, right?
Every single day, think about buying an expensive coffee, like a $6 latte.
Okay.
If your thermostat is set to poor or scarcity, the second you buy that coffee, your brain screams.
What does it scream?
We don't do this. This is not for us. This is for rich people.
And you feel that as guilt, that sudden awful feeling of guilt over a coffee.
Yes. And that guilt ruins the coffee. It proves the brain right. See, spending money on nice things just makes us feel bad. It's a loop.
So trying to use willpower, just trying to save harder, is never going to work.
It's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. You can do it for a little while, but eventually, your subconscious will win. It's just too strong.
So then what's the answer? How do we actually change the setting on the thermostat?
The solution is a really simple idea. It's this. Proximity is power.
Proximity is power. Okay, what does that mean in real life?
It means you have to change who you spend time with.
Really? That's it?
That's the core of it. Your brain's thermostat setting isn't based on what you want. It's based on what it sees as normal.
And normal is what the people around you are doing.
Exactly. If your thermostat is set at $2,000, but you start spending all your time with people whose normal is, say, $50,000.
Then my brain slowly starts to think that 50,000 is the new normal.
Your brain recalibrates. It learns by watching. When you hang out with friends who talk about a $5,000 bonus is just, a nice little extra and not a life-changing event.
Then getting $5,000 doesn't feel like a heat wave anymore.
It just feels normal. The panic doesn't happen. The AC doesn't kick in. Your brain's new setting becomes higher because its definition of safe and normal has changed.
You're not fighting yourself anymore. You're just updating your software by being in a different environment.
You're slowly turning up the dial on the thermostat, not by force, but just by letting it adjust to the new temperature of the room. By changing your circle, you change your normal.
That makes so much sense. It's not about trying harder. It's about changing your surroundings so your brain can relax and accept a new level of wealth.
That's the key.
Yeah.
You make a higher income floor feel safe, and then your brain will fight to keep you there instead of fighting to drag you back down.
That's it for today's session. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to keep building your financial future with us every day. See you next time.